Thank you for joining us on Asset Television News. I am Eugenia Solomon. First, the headlines. Independent National Electoral Commission releases date for Anambra governorship election. Food items soar in price as trucks trap in Mokwa after flash floods. Police beef up security in Lagos ahead of Sallah. And now the news in detail. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has released the final list of candidates for the 2025 Anambra State governorship election. The electoral body also announced June 11th as the official commencement date for election campaigns, which must end at midnight on Thursday, November 6, 2025. According to a statement issued by the National Commissioner and Chairman of the Information and Voter Education Committee, Sam Olumekun, the list was accompanied following the conclusion of candidates' substitution process and the verification of personnel particulars submitted by political parties. INEC noted that 16 political parties met the submission deadline of May 12, 2025 and would participate in the November 8th election. Olumekun added that 4 political parties replaced their deputy governorship candidates, while the African Democratic Congress conducted a fresh primary election to replace its candidate before the June 2nd, 2025 deadline. The statement added that with the final list now published, no further candidate substitution would be accepted except in cases of death before election day, as stipulated by Section 34, subsection 1 of the Electoral Act. Now, 2 federal capital territory high courts have separately summoned Senate President Godswill Akpabio and the Deputy Chief Whip of the Senate, Senator Onyekachi Nwaebonyi, over allegations of defamation, sexual harassment, and violation of the fundamental rights of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Oduahan. In a suit before Justice Abubakar Idris Kutigi, the court granted leave to Akpoti-Oduahan to serve the writ of summons and all accompanying processes, including hearing notices on Senator Akpabio, both personally in his capacity and Senate President. Also included in the summons are a senior legislative aide to Akpabio, Mfom Patrick, and the clerk of the National Assembly. Justice Kutigi fixed June 9, 2025 for a report on the service of the summons. The court's decision followed an ex parte motion moved by U.J. Udo, counsel to Akpoti-Oduahan, supported by a 6-paragraph affidavit deposed to by Hamzat Mogaji, litigation manager at Victor Giwa and Associates. The managing director of Nigerian Communications Satellite NICOMSAT, engineer Jane Egaton Edehan, has reaffirmed her agency's commitment to a fruitful partnership with the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC. During a courtesy visit to NYSC Director General Brigadier General Olakunle Nafiu, Egaton Edehan disclosed that NICOMSAT has been broadcasting NYSC's television signals globally through its free-to-air satellite technology since February. The NICOMSAT boss praised NYSC for its contribution to national unity and development, highlighting the significant value corps members have added to her organizations. She added that over 200,000 corps members have served at NICOMSAT in the past decade, bringing innovation ideas that have enhanced operations. The NYSC Director General appreciated NICOMSAT for providing a platform for global transmission of NYSC TV programs and assured that his administration would work to improve the quality of NYSC radio and TV programs. Both parties expressed their commitment to continuing and strengthening their partnership. Asset Television News will make a return after the break. Don't go away. Well, thank you for being there. If you are just joining us, you're watching the news on Asset Television. Now, less than 48 hours to Eid al-Kabir, the prices of tomatoes, peppers, onions, and other perishables have suddenly soared in the aftermath of the collapse of the Mokwa Bridge in Niger State, which left hundreds of trucks conveying food items trapped. Market sources say the price surge is as a result of the failed bridge and the Sallah celebrations ahead. The bridge, a strategic gateway used by trucks conveying foodstuffs, livestock, and other produce from the north to the southern parts of the country, was destroyed by last Thursday's devastating flood, which killed over 200,000 people, with hundreds of others unaccounted for. The development has sparked anxiety over the disruption of the food supply chain as the Muslim faithful celebrate the Eid on Friday. Also, the dealers in perishable foodstuffs whose goods were stranded at the failed bridge have lamented the unfortunate situation and the impact on their businesses, fearing huge financial losses. Speaking, the national president of the National Union Producers, Processors and Marketers Association of Nigeria, Isa Aliyu, confirmed the trucks conveying onions to the southwest were trapped in Mokwa town. Now, the Lagos State Police Command has rolled out a robust security plan to ensure a safe and peaceful Eid al-Kabir celebration across the state. This was contained in a statement on Thursday by the command's police public relations officer, CSP Benjamin Hundeyin, issued on behalf of the Commissioner of Police, CP Oluhundari Jimo. According to the statement, the CP has ordered the deployment of various tactical and conventional police teams across the state to preempt and prevent any form of criminal activity during the festive period. It added that to strengthen operational coverage, the Commissioner also deployed highly trained officers from the force's elite units. Now, the theater commander of Operation Fansanyema OPFY, Major General Oluyinka Shoyele, has attributed persistent challenges facing operations in the northwest to difficult terrain and inaccessibility of remote communities in the region, which also slow timely responses to distress calls. General Shoele, who made the disclosure while briefing defense correspondents at the headquarters OPFY in Gusau, Zamfara State, explained that the operational synergy brought by OPFY has drastically improved the military's response and combat efficiency across the region. General Shoele explained that the military's recent successes is not only improved coordination, but also enhanced logistical support and new combat equipment, which, according to him, have augmented the effectiveness of personnel on the front line.
There is no manpower that you put here or that will be enough. No manpower that will be enough. But we make use of other things that we call combat enablers. We make use of them in reaching as a form of weapon against the terrorists. We make use of different combat enablers, which has assisted us a lot. Yes, I would say yes. We have recorded a lot of successes because now we have a coordinated approach to our offensive activities. It's not a matter of military force fighting in Zamfara. When the place is too hot for them, they escape to either Katsina, Sokoto or Kebbi State. No, it's a coordinated one now. Once we are fighting in Zamfara, the people in other contiguous states, Sokoto, Katsina, Kebbi, they are also on the lookout for them.
Accounting on the recent gains recorded, General Shoele explained that areas previously overrun by criminal elements have now been reclaimed by government forces, with many previously impassable roads now reopened and safe for public use, while reiterating commitment of the military to restoring peace and stability across the region. He assured that the military remains resolute in their quest to rid all forms of insecurity in Northwest.
For the communities that are nearby, no problem with that. The reach is always very easy. But the isolated ones are the ones giving us few challenges. And just like what the presenter said, it has to do with the issue of access roads. Some of these places, they are not easily accessible. They are not. The adversary, that is why you see them making use of motorcycles. They know the route. They don't, unlike us, they make use of motorcycles to access all this isolated community. But the mandate here for us, the aspect of the mandate that we are making use of to reach this place is the conduct of offensive operation. We try as much as possible, no matter how difficult the terrain is, we conduct operations in that area. We just finished an operation in one community that they call Bayanruwa. Bayanruwa is also an isolated community, but we try as much as possible. We recade the ground, see where we can follow to reach them. Our main emphasis here is the conduct of offensive operation. We carry the battle to them. We don't wait for them to come and foment, do whatever they want to do and go back freely. We go there to meet them. That is what we have been doing, and that is why it has been working for us in this part of the theater. We don't wait. Once we know that a particular area is being hibernated or being used as a safe haven by these people, we go there, dislodge them, kill those that can be killed, and at least it will give respite to these isolated communities.
Well, despite the challenges, the military has adopted a proactive approach to tackling insurgency by pursuing terrorists into their strongholds. On sports, Omike Matthew brings us details on sports.
Nigeria's women's under-17 national team, the Flamingos, have been drawn alongside Canada, France and Samoa in Group D of the 2025 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup set to hold in Morocco later this year. The draws, which took place at the Mohammed VI Football Academy in the capital city of Rabat on Wednesday, saw the Flamingos pitted against North American side Canada, European powerhouse France and debutant Samoa, ahead of the tournament scheduled to run from October 17 to November 8, with all matches set to be played in Rabat. Nigeria will be making her 8th appearance at the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup in history. The other groups for the tournament will see the host Morocco take on Brazil, Italy and Costa Rica in Group A, with defending champions Korea Democratic Republic locking horns with Mexico, Cameroon and the Netherlands in Group B. Meanwhile, Group C will feature the United States of America, Ecuador, China and Norway, while Group E has Spain, Colombia, Korea Republic and Ivory Coast. Running off the tournament is Group F, which has Japan, who are the all-time top scorers in the competition's history with 125 goals across 9 editions, while Oceania's representatives New Zealand, Zambia and South American upstarts Paraguay are included. The tournament will be the first in history to feature 24 countries, and it is also the first edition of the Global Showpiece to be held on the African continent. Super Eagles head coach Eric Chell is optimistic his side can still qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The 3-time African champions face a daunting task in their bid to qualify for the global soccer fiesta following their poor run in the qualifiers. The West Africans occupy 4th position in their group, 6 points adrift of leaders South Africa. Chell's side now have 4 matches to turn around their fortunes. Nigeria won the Unity Cup Invitation Tournament in London last week, which will boost the confidence of the players going into the next set of qualifiers in September and October. The Malian, however, demanded that his players must put in more work to achieve their objective. The Super Eagles will host the Amavubi of Rwanda in Uyo and travel to South Africa when the qualifiers resume in September. Novak Djokovic continued his quest for a standalone record 25th Grand Slam title by swatting aside third seed Alexander Zverev to reach the French Open semi-finals. The 38-year-old 6th seed won 4-6, 6-3, 6-2, 6-4 to set up a meeting with world number one Jannik Sinner on Friday. Djokovic, who has 3 Roland Garros titles, lost the opening set to 2024 runner-up Zverev after being broken in the first game of the match. Djokovic or Sinner will meet the winner of the defending champion Alcaraz and Italian 8th seed Lorenzo Musetti, who also play on Friday. And that's the sports. I am Omike Matthew. Nigeria.
Well, thank you, Matthew, for that sports update. And with that, we end the news. Do well to join us on all our social media handles for more updates and programs. On behalf of the entire news crew, I am Eugenia Solomon. Thank you for watching.